guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because we are playing around with the new ColourPop and Frosty the Snowman collection. It's so cute. It's just in time for the holidays. I saw this popped up on, what is it, Trend Mood's Instagram as a sneak peek, and I was like, oh, I need to get that. It just reminds me so much of my holidays with my grandma and my family and just watching the old movies, getting into the mood for the holidays. So as soon as I saw it, I knew I was gonna do a video dedicated to this collection. Now you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. If you like this video, make sure to get a big thumbs up. But if you wanna see how I got this look using the new collection from ColourPop and Frosty the Snowman, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, I feel like I haven't done a ColourPop collection in a long time. I have the ColourPop and Frosty the Snowman collection in front of me. How cute is he? I used to love watching this movie during the holidays. We would sit with our hot cocoa and some little snacks and watch Frosty the Snowman. We had all the different movies that we like to watch. But when I saw ColourPop was releasing this collection, I was like, oh, I need to pick that up. It just has so many good childhood holiday memories for me, especially this year being so far away from family. I just wanted to have something a little nostalgic. So there is the eyeshadow palette. There's some Super Shock highlighters. Then you also have the Freezing Gel eyeshadow. So there's two different shades in that, which of course we're gonna swatch everything. And then there's also the So Juicy lippies. I've heard some stories about these. They kind of, like when I was looking at them, they kind of remind me of the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. So I'm wondering if this is a more affordable version. I'm really excited for that. Now, I do want to play around and swatch these shades. First off, let's talk about the artwork. It's so cute. I love seeing Frosty and his little pals. And then looking at this color story, it is icy, cool toned, lighter shades, but then also there's some like multi-chromes. It looks like there's at least like 3 pressed, maybe 4 pressed glitters. Let's see. It doesn't say which shades. I wonder if, did I keep the box? I think I might have accidentally gotten rid of the packaging for it. But I do like the details, like the snowflakes are raised up. There's depth and dimension to it. I don't know if it's really relaying on camera. But let me go ahead, swatch the shades. There's some cooler like brown, not brown. There's a black, there's a charcoal, and there's like a taupey gray, and then a purple. You've also got a white, a like greenish blue, and then a blue. So let me go ahead, swatch these, see what it's all about. I feel like there's way more shimmers and multi-chromes than there are matte shades in here, which I'm all for. Okay, you guys, these swatches did not disappoint. I feel like the mattes performed beautifully. I really like the shade Always Very Merry. I feel like that would be a good shade for me in the crease, and then I could deepen it up if I wanted to and not keep it so icy with the green and blue. Now, the multi-chromes, so the ones that I thought were like pressed glitter, they're not necessarily chunky glitter per se, but there is some grittiness to it, but I think they'll be really pretty when they're patted out on the eye. The shade 1969 is stunning. It has like silver, blue, periwinkle, light green, like there's so many colors in there. It's hard to differentiate, but then you also have Something Wonderful. That one kind of has like a blue hue to it. Whereas Happy Birthday, which is the first shade, has kind of a pink hue to it. I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun for a cool tone palette, and I'm here for it. So let me go ahead, pry my eyes. I think I have a way forward, and I will come back and we'll play around with some shades. Okay, you guys, so we almost forgot about the gel eyeshadows. Now, I was able to crack open Freezing Gel, or no, I was able to open the one Freezing, which is kind of a baby blue, but I could not for the life of me get Made of Snow to open up. I've tried everything. You know the trick to like knock a jar on the counter or whatever, like it will not open. I'm gonna have to see if I can get someone to open this at work tomorrow. This is ridiculous. I'm kind of bummed that I can't open it, but it's also making my hands really red and hurt. So we'll go ahead and swatch Freezing. But I'd already figured out what shade I wanted to use from the palette. So we'll swatch this. It's so icy. It's really pretty. But I think I still want to use the one shade that I like chose for my shimmer right through here. So maybe we'll use that in the future. All right, eyes are primed. I'm really excited to dive into this. I'm gonna go into the shade Always Very Merry. This is one of those shades that I absolutely live for. It's kind of a purpley, taupey tan. Kind of leans like it's got grayish tones in it, but it's not super gray. It's more purple than anything. I figured I'll pick it up on my fluffy brush and put it into the crease. Because I also have not filmed a makeup tutorial in for what seems like forever. A lot of my videos have been unboxings, vlogs, and by the time I get home from work, I say home, back to my room. This is not home. By the time I get back to my room, I'm exhausted. And I was like, today I told myself, I was like, no matter what, when I get back to my room, I am filming, I'm playing around with makeup. Those are the things that make me happy and get myself back into a routine, especially because tomorrow, after we get done with work, there is a group of 5 of us that rented a car and we are going to drive to Strasbourg, France for the winter market, which I went to Strasbourg by myself and that was a lot of fun. But Strasbourg is supposed to have one of the most beautiful winter markets, highly rated, highly recommended. So we are gonna go stay overnight and just explore. So I'm really excited for that. Do I deepen this up or do I leave it there for right now and then add in a deeper shade? All right, I think that's where I'm gonna go for right now. I'm gonna go into the shade Frosty's Hat, which is that matte black. And yes, that might be the most extreme jump in shade, but I'm gonna use my pencil brush to kind of define the outer V, but I wanna keep it mostly this purple and then add in some slight hints of smokiness. I'm just gonna tap it in and then kind of finesse it. Because I don't want it too smoky or too darkened. I just want a hint. So the pencil brush will help me make it a little more precise and still keep that purple. Now, it's no extra product, but that fluffy crease brush from the purpley shade Always Very Merry, just on the edge of that black. Because we can also deepen it up afterwards. So just a smidge more. Because I don't even know if I'm going to need eyeliner right here if I get a nice smoky wing with shadow, which is weird because I always do a black cat eye. We'll see how focused I can get it. So I am bringing it more in just along the lash line because I kind of want it to be feathered with the shimmer on top, and it's pulling a little bit of it. So just dipped in ever so slightly. I'm still going to go back to my focus point right here and bring it forward so it darkens up a little bit. And yes, this is a new technique for me. I have never just done a eyeshadow black wing. All right, and then no extra product, just on that purpley shade right here on the edge. Okay, so right there for right now. This may or may not be what I was expecting, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Now into the shade 1969. I am so excited to try this one out. There's part of me that's like, ooh, do I need another shade as well? I was kind of wondering if I need something wonderful for in the inner corner, but I think I want to stick with 1969 for right now. And I'm just tapping it into place. I'm focusing it more right here because I want it to be like a wash of color over that smoky liner. I really like that. And it just looks wet on the eye right now. I will try my hardest to fight the urge to put a liquid eyeliner on. I like how it's just kind of smoked out. We'll see how it looks with foundation and other products. Let me go do this eye, base products, I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I had to do a outfit change because I got foundation on my sweater. It is now soaking. I'm really hoping the foundation does not stain that sweater because I really like it. But we have base products on. We now need to finish off the eye look. I like how it's coming together, but I do know that I need to sharpen up the wing if I'm going to forego liquid liner, which terrifies me because that is not my normal. It's fine. We'll be fine. All right, going back into the shade Always Very Merry, I'm going to pick this up on my compacted smudge brush. I'm going to drag it the entire length. I'm really excited for this. I feel like this palette, with the exception of it not really having a shade I could use for work as like for a shimmer, I think I could still do something with this palette for work, especially because the grayish tones, it could also be pushing the limit because it's a little more on the purplish gray side. But you guys already did the retirement math. When I get home, I will have almost exactly a year. Actually, yep, almost exactly a year before I am retired and doing, if I'm able, so that's the other thing is if I can get into a skill bridge, which is a program for retirees or those that are separating from the military, if I can get into one of those programs when I get home, I only have a year. And then I can do all kinds of fun things with my makeup and my hair, finally do the piercings. I'm about to be a teenager at 40-ish something years old. I think it's funny. I keep joking about it. I'm gonna have a midlife crisis when I retire because I get to do all the things that I haven't been able to do that all my friends have been able to do. Baby steps, baby steps. So I keep telling myself. Now into the shade Frosty's Hat. This one, so this time I'm going to pick it up on a little flat brush. This one I usually do like my loose glitters and my glitter liquid on. So I am going to pick it up ever so slightly, just on the tip, and I'm going to try my hardest to keep it as straight a line as possible and build so that we keep that straight edge. And then also bring it underneath the eye. Alright, so we've got it thickened up a little bit. Now I'm going to take my pencil brush and just on the other edge or on the other side of this line, just feather it back in, pushing it in. And that's how you get that nice crisp line without having to go and use a wet wipe or beauty makeup wipe and also take your makeup off. And there's nothing wrong with going in baby steps to build it up. So now because I want to keep it tight right through here, back into my little flat brush, I'm just going to drag it along just right there so that I do still have the smokiness, but not as dramatic. I really like how this looks. This might be like my New Year's makeup. What do you guys think? Do you like this technique? Is this your go-to Vice liquid liner? Because like right here, I can just kind of stop before I get to the inner corner, not adding any extra product. I'm just going to slowly, just right here on the edge. Because the other thing, I'll still probably do my waterline, which is going to also add that dimension of the liner. I really like how that turned out. So this eye pretty much finished compared to this eye where we haven't built it up yet. Let me put some work in on this one real quick. My favorite is always trying to mirror the sides. I think I took this one further out, this one a little bit further down. Let's see if we can fix that. So this one is darker than this one right now. And it's like, okay, I need to kind of finesse it. So I'm going to take my fluffy crease brush. I'm going to go into the shade Always Very Merry, ever so slightly, pick up a little bit of that just for the crease, but also that way we can blur. Okay, I'm really liking how my eyes look. This is with no liquid liner, which I'm gonna forgo. All right, I do need to do highlighter. So we have two shades. Let me go ahead and swatch them. All right, so we have the icy white one in Winter Wonder. That's very icy. And then we have Icicle Spree. Okay, so Icicle Spree kind of has like a pinky tone to it. I think I like Icicle Spree better. This one's just very icy white. It's not really the vibe that I want for right now. So Winter Wonder will wait its turn, but we're going to dive into Icicle Spree. And it's a marbled effect, so if you just pick up in certain areas, you might get more of the pinky tone than the others. And I do like their Super Shock highlighters and shadows because you can pick them up on a dry brush and they're still beautiful. They are beaming with your finger though. And then the highlighter brush. So we'll start with the brush and then I'm going to tap on with my finger just to make it more dramatic. Still really pretty with just the brush. So that's where you get it with the brush. But with the finger, that right there, that beamingness. No product on this finger, I'm just gonna tap. So icy and beautiful. All right, let me go do brows, waterline, and mascara, I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I'm really liking how my eyes turned out, and I still did not put any liquid liner on. I wish I could wear my makeup like this all the time. I'm really liking this smoked out eyeshadow. It is beautiful. Now, we need to finish off the lips. I do have the 3 juicy lips. I figured I would swatch them. All right, so the first one is Frozen, and this is kind of like a palish pink shade. The clicks are always like so obnoxious. Okay. All right, so that one's kind of like just pinky clear. I don't even know if you can see it. It has a little bit of color. It does look really juicy. Then the next one, we have Feelin' Like Frost. Is it? Feelin' Like Frosty. This one's a little more like red toned. Okay. So, oh yeah, much different color payoff. And then All Melted. And this one's a little more on like the purplish side. So if you don't want a dramatic color, you go with this one. And that's kind of what I'm feeling today because I have a lot going on with the eyes. So I do have a lip liner. I have my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Liar. I really like this lip liner. I do love my Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever, but this one is good too. You guys, outside of my room, I can hear the water. It's been snowing all day. I did not take a photo or video or anything like that because I'm on base, but the snow was just flurrying down. It didn't stick, but I can hear the water just draining off the side of my room. I do really like this. It's not super stiff. It's kind of creamy, but not too creamy. I am having the hardest time lining my lips for it being a really good lip liner where it's not super like stiff or super creamy. How did I have such a hard time? All right, and I wanted to use the shade All Melted. I really like that with that lip liner. Okay, you guys, this is the final look. This lip feels a little minty. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to plump. I know they're the juicy, like maybe a dupe, but it does have like a minty menthol feeling to it. Like when I breathe in, I can feel like the chill on my lips. It's not a bad sensation. I don't mind it. And I'm really liking how my makeup turned out. I am mesmerized by my eyes. Y'all are gonna have to tell me what you think of how it turned out. I am really liking how my makeup looks right now. And I'm gonna have to do this more frequently. I think it softens up my eyes. Yes, I have the dramatic wing, but it softens it up from that harsh liquid liner that you can get sometimes if you just make it too dramatic of a wing. This just kind of smoked it out, a little feathering on the edge, nothing too harsh, and then just tapping the glitter on top of it gives it a different dimension. I think I'm gonna have to try this more frequently, maybe with like a brown as well, maybe for work. I wonder if I can get away with that. I need to look. I know that it can't be faddish, it can't be too dramatic. I try and keep my stuff pretty neutral when it comes to work. This is not muted or toned down. But you guys, you're gonna have to let me know. Did you pick up the ColourPop and Frosty collection? It is so cute. It makes me It makes me so nostalgic for the holidays. We had so many of the old movies from the 60s and 70s that we would sit and watch. I love this color story. It's so beautiful. And I love that there's a matte black. It brought this look together. Something simple, 3 shades just blended. The highlighters, I don't know that I needed this one, which is Winter Wonder, because it's so icy white, but I do like Icicle Spring. Really pretty. I like the pinky tones. Did I go in a little heavy with the highlighter? Probably, but I don't mind it. And the little gel eyeshadows, I only got one of them open. I'm gonna have to see if I can get someone. Nope, still not opening. I'll have to see if I can get a friend to open this when I go into work tomorrow. But you guys, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts. Put your comments down below. We'll have that conversation. But you guys, before you leave, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.